aboard. It's Kelly Jack. I'm back for some more Simutrans tutorials here. More of the how not to do it, how not to game. And this is the tutorial, the Simutrans tutorial one. And as we can see, I've been having some issues with trains not getting it all the way in. So what I've done is I sort of extended out so that I could see what I needed to do. And there is one glitch. If you're used to other train games where once a platform's built, it pulls all the way in all the time, not so in Simutrans. You better have the end of that platform, if you extend it, retargeted. And we'll go over retargeting right now. And let's do that with this one right here. So we're going to get to this train. Close that out. Extend out our platforms so that they are maxed and probably more than what we need. And now we need to go to that line, schedule, and I go to the line, see where he's stopping. So we need to restart this. So instead of that, we're going to go to insert so that it goes before it. Come back to this, set it to 100%, remove the old stop. Does this fix it? No, because we still have the train waiting. So we need to go to the train itself. And you do have to double click. When you're in a station, it brings up the station first. It assumes that's what you need to look at. Even if the part of the train's hanging out of the station, it brings up the station, just so you're aware. Glitch. Be nice if it could do it, but I understand the thought behind it. And probably require a lot of programming to fix that targeting. Go to your vehicle details, tell it to unload, send it off, speed run it to get over there, unload, and now turn it back to regular. You're set. The line's been fixed. Hopefully it will go all the way in. We will make certain it did. Now we need to retarget everything delivering to here. So this is going to be no fun at all to do this. So to do it the fast way, connections lets us see it. I can minimize down so that we're not eating up as much space. We don't need the charts and such at the moment. Go ahead and close out the train list so that we've got a maximized window to work off of. And the steel runner is going to need to be fixed on its targeting, or else it's only going to pull part way in and not unload all the way, which I'm having an issue with. So, oops. Add stop works here because it's not the origination point. And that's taken care of. So now hopefully those trains will function correctly. Same for our Plasfelder. He's going to need to be retargeted. So again, retarget him to the end, remove that interim one partway down the list. Now it can pull all the way in, empty all the cars. And we've got a problem. See, there's still cars on the rack. That means there's not enough space over here, so we just got to take and do here where we're going out this way. We don't have to target because the end, the terminus end, is what it pulls up against. We're good just by expanding, and we'll do it too to take and make certain it's set. Now we have an issue over here at Asham, and that's what's causing DDI some issues. So let's switch to DDI, and DDI needs to have passengers. You cannot interline cargo or passengers that I know of. I have never had it work. I mean, we can see if we can. and that's going to be an issue. So let's see if we can. Let's see if by having the Public Service Commission offer a bus stop there as well. And then go to Eastern for a moment. And we're going to go to lines and look for Asham. The Asham Town Coach. And we're going to take a check his schedule, and Town Hall, we'll have him go to here and then back to Town Hall. And let's see if that will get us some changes that we need. And if that will start putting some passengers into that train for DDI. We will give it a speed run to see. Does that let them transfer passengers? Don't think it's doing it. And another way to check it is to come to road. We're looking for the Asham Town Coach. And we're looking for the actual vehicle. Nobody's riding the bus in town. They are starting to load in. Okay, so it did work, and that is a way to interline passengers so that one can supply and one can kick out, which then gives Pinedon a little thing to raise its eyebrows. And both Calico and whoever's in charge at Eastern, I can't remember who I said it was, are going to be raising eyebrows at the bus systems and saying, you know what, we don't mind you running the train, but the bus is going to have to go. But at the same time, they're running mail. And that's something that we'll need to deal with in a later episode. Maybe we can even have mail picked up and transferred. That's a really good question. Because if that can happen, think about the possibilities of a cooperative family game night if you have the ability for everybody to work together. Now, one thing I do want to do is to put a limiter on our good buddy Why did I just do that? Well, there's a reason behind it. Who owns that signal? Okay, that explains everything. Public Service Commission needs to take that signal out because that signal is going to cause issues. There we go. Go back to Eastern and let Eastern put in a control gate. And they're going to want one here too. To prevent anybody from jumping in off of that shared open line, especially DDI, from grabbing an oil rig, oil field, whatever, and starting to service it and building their own. So, because we're allowing that, this is the one spot, this is the one stretch where it's an interline available. We've got to do that. And these should be set to Eastern only. This one needs to be Eastern and Donjon because they are allowing Eastern to flow along here to get that running going. All right. Hopefully that's understandable. what I'm talking about is that these are control gates that prevent other companies from coming through and using your line when you do have a spot where anywhere there's a connection, you want to, around that connection, control your monopolies, your sections where you're like, nah, I ain't going to let you on this. Hey, maybe you want to take and say, yeah, you can do it, but you got to do it on the lower speed rail. Maybe you're saying, hey, you can go on this one like we were doing back down at Pinedon. You can cut through on the main line, but you don't get a cut through on our station lines, which is what we have set up here, is that they cannot cut through on the station lines. Now, we are doing it with closed signs at this moment on the Pinedon lines and by keeping the rail at a lower speed, which automatically a fast train is going to say, no, man, I want to go fast. I'm a high-speed conductor. All right. So I've got everything set up. Hopefully everything's explained. And folks, thanks for watching. Again, another short video, not due to need for an urgent dash or anything. It's because it's time to go load the coffee pot and get a pot of coffee going. I've been making do with the dregs from the day before. As you can see, by closing that gate, it prevents anybody from coming in behind him. Now he's coming through, and I might just take a ride. Let's take a ride and see just how well this is working out for us now. Unfortunately, where we're not on that company, we didn't see his cash. Take a ride with Don John on the Don John Earth Dragon, which we're going to have to take and do a rename on so that we can point out that, hey, this train now does some other things besides just the two communities listed. In fact, you know what? Rail, the Earth Dragon. We're only doing just a name change, so it's not like it's a huge thing. It's not going to stop the train from running, as you can see. He's still running. If you go to schedule, well, in the train or the vehicle itself, it will stop it in the middle of nowhere and cause possible jam-ups. So, fair warning. Have him in a station if you're going to take and play with the schedule on the vehicle to maybe have one vehicle stop somewhere else. And the other end of that station is where? Asham. Still riding along. As we can see, the faster rail is working. It's still not the fastest train we could take and have on the line. I mean, there is 120, but I don't know as if it's going to make enough money. That's a good question. You know, Don John's still losing money, but part of that's because of the way it's set up. We've got tons of passengers waiting that need to start moving from these spots too. Number in parentheses is our capacity at those stations. Number before the parentheses is the number of passengers waiting at that station to go somewhere. Same with the mailbags. Capacity in parentheses, outside the parentheses is the number waiting. And we got 75 people waiting for us at Asham, so this is going to be a goodly run. Matter of fact, I think this line will start making us some money now, especially with the speed ups that have occurred along the line. The only thing I have left that's real pain is the line into there. I really should have the Public Service Commission speed that line up. We're at max zoom in, so we should be able to see it. Go into the line, the snake curves. Now, there is one thing I would like to have done, which is to have signals on either end of this. 900, so that's 1,000. And he's going back. Oops. Outloaded. Full load. Quarter load on mail. Almost a third load. Whoa. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. When he gets to the end, that's going to turn this route around. I think that with that route turning around, DDI will turn around. That's been the plan all along, was for DDI to take and make its money on that and provide the InterLine. So we're riding it back for just a second. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you're learning some things if you're playing Simutrans. Hopefully you're finding it amusing to watch me make screw-ups if you're just watching to watch games being played to decide if you want to play it. Yes, Simutrans has got its glitches. Every game has its quirks and glitches. Learning to get around them, that's the hard part. I've been playing for years, and I still haven't figured out this game. Sort of like Bobo in Air America, you know? I've been flying for 42 years, and I've living for 42 years, and I still ain't figured out anything. All right, guys. Been nice talking to you. I'm going to kick up the videos, and we'll see what goes on today. And yes, I may be changing my mice today here, swapping out a pair of mice and see if maybe the other one's working better or whether it's actually the connector and where the connector is going in that might be causing that problem. If that's the case, I think I got a port on the other side if I remember right. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. I know you're going to have a better day than I've been having today.